Halo everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rusyada Al-Sakina. I want to ask you something. Have you ever been confused about when to add as to a verb and when not to do? Don't worry. In this video, we are going to learn subject-verb agreement in a simple and a clear way. Okay, let's start. The subject-verb agreement is important because it helps us to make a correct English sentence, especially in the present tense. Okay, let's start with the basic idea. Subject-verb agreement means the verb must match with the subject. If the subject is singular, the verb must singular. And if the subject is plural, the verb is plural. In the simple present tense, this agreement is very important. Okay, we move to the example. Look at the examples. The boy walks to school. The subject is the boy. The boy means one boy. So we add an S in the last of the verb. Okay, in the next example, the boys walk to school. The boys mean a plural subject. So we take a plural verb. And for the next example, my sister likes coffee. My sister is a singular subject, so we add an as in the last of the verb. And for the last example, my sisters like coffee. My sisters mean plural subject, so in the verb we don't need to add an s. The s on the verb show a singular subject and not a plural one. Subject-verb agreement in the present tense. In the simple present tense, most of verbs follow this pattern. If the subject he, she, it, or singular noun, we add an as or es in the verb. If the subject I, you, we, they, or plural noun, the verb without s. For the example, he plays football every weekend. He is singular, we add an s in the last of the verb. She teaches English. She is singular, so we add an es in the last of the verb. They play football every weekend. They is plural, so we don't need to add an s in the last of the verb. The teachers teach English. The teachers means plural, so we don't need to add an s. They and the teacher are plural, so we use play and teach in the sentence. Okay, next we move to subject-verb agreement with to be. The verb to be is different from other verbs. We use am with I, is with singular subject, and are with plural subject. For example, I am ready. She is tired. The classroom is clean. So we use N to be am. The subject is she and we need to be is. The classroom is singular. So we need to use is in the sentence. They are plural. So we use an are in the sentence. The students are plural. So we use an are in the sentence. So be careful when using to be because the forms change with the subject. Okay, next. Countable versus uncountable noun. Now let's talk about countable and uncountable noun. Countable noun can be counted and have plural forms. Uncountable nouns can be counted and do not have plural form. For example, in countable noun, the example apple and student can be counted, so they are countable. For example, one apple is on the table. One apple is singular, so we use an is in the sentence. Three apples are on the table. Three apples are plural, so we use an are in the sentence. A student needs help. A student is singular, so we use to add an s in the verb. 5 students need help. 5 students is plural, so we don't need to add an s in this verb. And we move to uncountable noun. In uncountable noun like water, rice, information, and money, they are uncountable. So in uncountable, they are singular. So we use an is for the sentence. Take a note, uncountable noun always takes singular verb. Alright, we need to talk about money, time, distance, and measurement. When we talk about money, time, distance, and measurement, it's seen as one total amount. We use singular verb even if the number looks plural. The example, $10 is enough. $10 looks like plural, but $10 is singular, so we use an is in the sentence. 5 years, 50,000, 2 hours, and 3 kilometers, also singular, so we use an is in all of the sentences. Even though the number looks plural, we treat it as one unit, so they are a singular. We move to expression of quantity. With expression like some, all, and most, the verb agree with the noun after of, not with some or all. For example, with countable noun, some of the students are absent. All of the books are new. Most of the teachers are helpful. In these sentences, we must take a look to the word after the of. the students, the books, and the teachers. So they are a plural, and we use are because they are plural. With uncountable noun in the sentences, some of the water is dirty, all of the money is gone, most of the information is correct. The water, the money, and the information, so we use is in every sentences. Please always look at the noun after of, not with some, all, or most. We used to take a look for this of in the sentences. Okay, we move to indefinite pronouns. Words like everyone, somebody, nobody, each, something are grammatically singular. So they are used singular patterns. Like everyone likes music. Because everyone is singular, we add an s in the end of the verb. Somebody is at the door. Somebody is singular, so we use an is in the sentence. Nobody knows. Nobody is singular, so we add an s in the last of the verb. Each student has an ID card. Each student also a singular. And the last, everything works well. Everything is singular, so you should add an s after word. Even if the meaning sounds plural, the verb is still singular. Okay, we move to the proportional phrases. A proportional phrases might come between the subject and the verb, but does not change the subject. For example, the bag of books is heavy. The subject is the bag, not the books. So we use an is because the subject is singular. The color of the wall is white. The color is singular, so we use an is in the sentence. The price, the group, also singular, so we need to use is in the sentences. Always find the main subject before choosing the verb. You must take a look before you choose the verb. Okay? Okay, we move to the common mistakes. The common mistake in subject, verb, and agreement. The common mistake is the money are enough, everyone are happy, 10 years are a long time, and some information are missing. There are common mistakes in the grammar. Those are mistakes because the money, everyone, 10 years, and some information singular. So the correct one, the money is enough, everyone is happy, 10 years is a long time, some information is missing because they are singular. This mistake happens when we don't identify the subject. So you must identify the subject correctly to find the correct one. So to avoid mistakes in subject-verb agreement, you must follow the steps. The first one, identify the subject. And second, decide if the subject is singular or plural. And third, you check if the subject countable or uncountable. And for the last, you can choose the correct verb for the subject. Okay, that's all for today's lesson. Thank you.
Alright, that's the end of our lesson today. Remember, always check your subject before choosing the verb. Thanks for watching and see you next time.